guys, it's Chef Duran. Welcome back to season 2 of the Dome Cooking Show from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's time to walk and roll. This is a party, dude. Mr. Lobster and Mr. Crab. Pasta, pasta, pasta. We're gonna have a picnic. Mamma mia, look at the pizza we made today, eh? It's all about meat today on the Dome Cooking Show. Let's get cooking. It looks like we're in Jamaica right now. All dessert special dim sum episode. We got a bunch of stuff we're gonna make today for breakfast. The curry in a hurry marathon. Not a bad view in Vancouver. Holy smokes, you guys. So many things going on today. There's a hot dog party in there, man. Chicken hot dog. Just put a little bit of muscle in there. It's you and me on the Dome Cooking Show. On the Dome Cooking Show. This is the Dome Cooking Show. The only thing that makes the great outdoors even greater is amazing food. We're gonna have a picnic. Perfect chicken, tender pork, fresh veggies, and a touch of kitchen magic to elevate some classic picnic dishes. I'm sure you know what these are. I'm serving up the ultimate picnic spread. Relaxed and full of flavor and fun right here on the Dome Cooking Show. You're gonna love this. Hey guys, today's one of my favorite episodes. We're gonna have a picnic on the Dome Cooking Show. Look what I've got here for us today. Some beautiful free-range chicken. We're gonna roast that up with some peppers and vegetables. I've got some fantastic baby back ribs. I make this really awesome rub, delicious. I'm gonna make some mac and cheese with 3 kinds of cheese. I've got a tomato, corn salad with a balsamic honey vinaigrette dressing. And I've also got a potato salad, traditional, with some fresh dill in there. And we're also gonna be doing a hummus dip with some tortillas on there. I'm even gonna make my own homemade milkshake. All today on the Dome Cooking Show. All right, picnic time. Okay, so you got a lot of stuff to prepare for the picnic. The first thing you should do is get your meats into the oven. One, because we want those ribs to get braised off, and then we're gonna put them in a bath. They're gonna get soft, and you want that chicken slow roasted with some veg. I've got some peppers in the fridge. But first, let's smash out some garlic. Okay, let's put a little bit of muscle in there. There you go, bud. Get the water boiling for the mac and cheese. And then I'm also gonna do the same thing for the potatoes. There you go, bud. Salt that water. Okay, all this stuff is going at the same time. Yeah. Got like a little bit of butter in there. Beautiful. And I've got like a little mix of like salt and pepper and onion powder and garlic powder, a little cayenne, you know, just to give it a little bit of a thrust. And to the smashing, oh, you know what? I'm gonna add some fresh herbs too. There we go. Some fresh rosemary, some thyme, whatever you got around the house. Yeah, it'll be beautiful in there. You know what too? I'm gonna have a little bit of lemon juice. All right, a little lemon juice in there. Great. And I'm gonna go with a few sprigs of some basil. All right, let's smash it up. I have a really unique way of handling this chicken here, so I'll show you what I mean. I like to put slices in the top of the chicken like this, so right over the fat, right? So get your blade, just cut in a little bit like this, not too deep, like, you know, like 1/8 of an inch deep, right? And what it does is 2 things. One, it comes out really pretty, and the other is it allows for us to really get in there with the rub, and the chicken kind of blossoms out, right? Like it kind of, you know, pieces of the meat come out from underneath the flesh and the fat at the same time, right? Woo! Okay, here we go. This is a good time for us to get the rest of that lemon, get that in the cavity there, and put some of these herbs in there also. Great. Be generous with this. And I know what it looks like right now. I know it looks a little bit weird, but trust me, as we keep going and we're gonna baste it right and bring it out of the oven for a little bit, it's gonna all come together. So there we go. All right, so this guy's ready. And what I was gonna do is I've got some peppers in the fridge, one sec. I'll get them out for you. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of simple olive oil and some salt and pepper on these guys. And then I was gonna just put them into the tray there. And it has to be pretty simple with these peppers. These are kind of fun, and when they're roasted and up, they'll look great. Great. And you can place these chaps in like that. There they go. That guy's ready. Okay, ribs. This is how I do it. Simple brown sugar. And then I get like this mix again, this like magic mix of like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little cayenne, and a little chili flakes in there, right? And then I just spread this over top of the brown sugar like this. And then I get my ribs. And I'm just gonna cut the ribs in half, just so they can work better together, okay? And we'll do the second one. Okay, ribs, mix them up, cover them with the brown sugar. Be generous, because it's gonna, it's gonna braise in the oven and it's gonna get all crusty, right? And then we're gonna make that homemade barbecue sauce and just keep basting it a little bit and slow cook it for a few hours after that, right? So the ribs is a bit of a process, but that's cooking with love. I peeled that silver skin off the back of the ribs too, by the way. Most people don't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna take both these guys and get them in the oven at about the same temperature in the same oven, and I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I was just chopping up a little pancetta. I'm gonna put that on top of our mac and cheese. So let's get to the bechamel for the mac and cheese. I'm on the pan, on the little pot here, pardon me. I'm gonna put in a nice amount of butter. Perfect, this is a good time just go in straight with the flour, because this is how you're gonna make the roux. So let's go in gently like that first, with 2 tablespoons of flour. All of our recipes are at thedoncookieshow.com, and you can find everything there. I've mixed up a couple cloves of garlic too, like a little kick in there. There you go, buddy. All right, now I've got a little buttermilk. Let's just start to add that to the roux. Whew. There we go, buddy. So when it's coming out like that right now, we're getting close. That's a good time to add a little bit of nutmeg. Perfect, about a teaspoon, and some salt, and some cracked pepper. Taste. Time for the cheese. Okay, so I've got 2 kinds of cheese going here. I've got some mozzarella and some classic sharp cheddar. You just start to fold that in slowly. Beautiful. You get it all in there. Now we're looking like this. Kind of goopy, but awesome. And you can always loosen it up if you need to loosen it up a little bit, because we're gonna put the mac and cheese back in here, little by little. Then we're gonna fold it all together, and then we're gonna put it in the oven and bake it on a low heat for a bit. Now, our roasted chicken is in the oven right now. We're gonna bring him out and give him a baste, and we're gonna check on our ribs. Okay, now we're talking. All right, so just slowly add your mac and cheese back into the bowl here. There we go, in the pot, pardon me. And we're gonna fold it around slowly. Really cover it, right? All that delicious bechamel. Cheesy bechamel. Kids love making this stuff. I like making it too. Now, that's starting to look good. That is gooey awesome. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Gently lift the pot with your hand, drag it over, and scoop it all back in. Ta-da! And you just smash it down with your spatula. Get it in all the parts of the circular pan. It's a beautiful non-stick Ninja pan. Love it. Okay, now, we can't just leave it like this, right? So come on, we gotta do something fun here. So I've got some pancetta that I've chopped up. Now, who doesn't want a piece of baked pancetta on top of their mac and cheese? Well, I know I do. So here we go. I got one other idea. I'm sure you know what these are. Let's smash some of these guys up and put them on top before we put them into the oven. I feel like I'm in my dorm in university. There we go. These guys are already flavored. I'm sure you know what they taste like. And we're gonna get these guys and sprinkle them over the top right before I take it to put it in. And then we'll just finish off our potato salad. Okay. Oh, I haven't made something fun like this in a while. Good to have you guys here today on the Dome Cooking Show Picnic Special. All right, this guy's ready to go into the oven. Why don't we just finish off our potato salad while we're here? So, potatoes, sour cream. I like this simple, I really do, because you know, these russet potatoes are really good the way they are, obviously, but on top of that though, you know, the simplest things really go a long way for this. One is some fresh dill. Make sure you get some fresh dill. Don't put dried dill in your potato salad. It's just not the same, right? So chop, 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 knuckles back. Chop, 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 chop. Spread it around. Okay, now just be gentle, right? Because the potatoes are soft from being boiled. So you just want to give them a nice turn like that. Okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go and put this guy into the oven, and I'm gonna put this guy into the fridge. I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna make the cornbread. Now, where I live in Vancouver, you're never more than 5 minutes away from a park. With that much green space, urban picnicking couldn't be easier or more fun. All right, time to make some homemade cornbread. We're gonna start with an egg. Get one of those guys in there. 1 cup of flour in there. There we go. Okay, knock that guy in there. There you go. You're gonna do the same thing with the cornmeal. That's a cup. And we've got some salt and pepper. Beautiful. What else you got? Corn, D-man. Come on, brother. All right, so get some corn. You get some canned corn, whatever corn you like. That's the one that's gonna work. And we're gonna gently start to fold this all together. Mix it up. Cup of buttermilk. This is fun. Air fryer, awesome to cook cornbread, by the way. Everyone uses air fryers. The reason everyone uses air fryers mostly is because what? No oil. Right, and you know, people are zapping on French fries and everything else. There we go. Look at that, okay? That's what we want. Consistency. Making a mess, man, come on. And I'm gonna fold in my cheese. And a little mixture. I've got some Edam and some cheddar this time. And just be gentle, just fold it all in. And again, on the nonstick pan. Look at that guy. This is our guy right now. Who doesn't love cornbread with your ribs and chicken, right? Potato salad. We're gonna make the hummus just now and some barbecue sauce. Don't forget the milkshake, right? So fun. Picnic. All right, here we go. Line that sucker in there. There he goes. All right, brother. You are looking good. Over and out. Okay, now I'm gonna put this guy, oh, it's already hot. I'm gonna set him in the back, and we're gonna leave him there for about 12 minutes. Keep your eye on it. I've got some chopped red onion. I'm gonna make the barbecue sauce for you now. And this is a really simple barbecue sauce recipe. You know, there's so many different ways to make barbecue sauce. I've been doing this one for a while. I think that it works really well across all fish and meat and chicken and everything, poultry. Delicious. Starts off with, like I said, half an onion, and then I got a couple knobs of garlic in there. You know, nice and low. And, you know, I'm pretty simple in that. Put some ketchup in there. You want that much. It's about 3/4 of a cup. And I use this agave syrup. Now, I got this stuff from the States when I was going across the border there, and it's really delicious. So I'm gonna put some of this, just about a teaspoon of it is perfect. And then I've got some Lee and Perrins. Give that a little shake. I'm gonna put some of that in there. There we go. About a tablespoon. And obviously about a tablespoon of soy. Perfect-y, man. Some chili flakes. Little kick to it. And we don't need any salt in there because we've got that soy sauce. But we can put some cracked pepper. There we go. And a little water. And once that gets going and starts to get a little bit bubbly, we're gonna take our magic blender tool, put that on the Ninja, and then when it's cooled down, we're gonna blast it. Then I'm gonna get the chicken from downstairs, which has been roasting in the oven, and then we're gonna lather the ribs up, put the ribs back in for a couple hours, we're boiling, and then we're gonna put this whole meal together. I'm gonna knock out that hummus, and then the salad. Can't wait. Okay, so I'm gonna paint the ribs like this. You're gonna see me painting them. There we go. Culture has their own version of eating outdoors. Also common around the world is the word picnic. Thanks, France. Back then, it was a potluck. Everyone brought food, drank a blanket, shared a good time. Good things never change. I like to switch up my hummus a little bit now and then. You know, I get tired and bored of the same kind of stuff. So today we're gonna do it with a little bit of a twist and have some kidney beans in there. I'm gonna put half kidney beans in there. Here you go. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with my normal chickpeas. There we go. Great. Voila. Now, what do we got? So, there's a couple different ways I like to skin it. One is, I don't use tahini, I use peanut butter. So, thanks. Okay, so let's go in with some lemon juice. There we go. It's important to have the lemon in there. You need some acid. Now, this is where we twist it up a little bit. I'm not gonna put salt in there. I'm gonna put some anchovies. I love anchovies. Not everybody does, but hey, you know, it's my picnic in my dome. Anchovies. One more. Okay, some cracked pepper. And I'm gonna put in some pine nuts. There we go. And a few almonds. There we go. Okay, now we are cooking with gas, folks. Here we go. Olive oil. Now you want the olive oil to come up to a decent level because we're gonna go a little back and forth on this just to make sure we hit it right. This is no garlic in this because we got a lot of garlic going on everything else, so sans garlic. There we go. Give a nice shake. Into the battle droid. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the consistency we're looking for here today. Look at that. Perfect. Try some of this. Oh, lemony and anchovy. I'm gonna go right in there. Gorgeous. And you want to make it pretty, right? So what you do is you want to get your spoon and go around like that in a circle. Okay, here you go. And you could do all kinds of fancy stuff before you bring it to the table. Maybe drop in some Moroccan olives like that. Beautiful. It'll remind you of some of the pine nuts and some of the almonds that are in there also. Right? And you can go in with a little bit extra cracked peps. There you go, buddy. Oh, that looks awesome. And you can have a little drizzle of olive oil on top. Okay, how about that guy right there? I've got some beautiful tortillas to do it up. This will be a nice appetizer for today's picnic.
Give me some.
Look at that, they broke the mold. Give me some more.
Damn, some more, give me some more, more. Damn.
Holy moly! Look at this picnic feast that we did today, you guys. Holy cow, oh my God. Look at all this stuff. I'm just finishing off the homemade milkshake that we got here. I've got a couple scoops of mint chocolate ice cream with a little heavy cream in there. I'm gonna put some raspberries in there, and you know what? It's my picnic. I'm gonna have a little bit of rum. So I've got a little bit of some rum here. We're gonna get that in there. And we're gonna put it on the blender and mix it up. Boy, this was absolutely so much fun to make. And we're gonna go over all the dishes. Let's get that milkshake on. All right, a little leftover rum here. Yeah, okay. Fancy glass. Whoa! Here we are, the grand finale of the picnic episode. I told you we'd finish it. Over there, we did those beautiful potatoes with the fresh dill and the sour cream. Our anchovy-infused hummus dip. Turned it up there. Oh, can't forget this double cheese cornbread. My goodness, what a feast. Let's not forget the ribs. 4.5 hours baking in the oven with our homemade barbecue sauce. Absolutely delicious mac and cheese with the pancetta and the special triangle chip crumble that we put on the top. And then I just banged out this spinach and tomato salad with a little honey balsamic vinaigrette dressing. Our roasted chicken and peppers. Look at that guy. We also glazed him. Look at the color on this guy. Absolutely beautiful. I just want to make a toast to you guys for joining me on this amazing Dome Cookie Show picnic special. Thanks for watching Dome Cookie Show. We'll see you next time.